Hey guys, Dustin here, CEO of 630. Today I'm going to answer the question, can you ride an electric bike in the rain? Stick with us. All right, here we go. So today we're going to talk about, can you ride an electric bike in the rain? Great question, and the answer is yes. For the most part, everything major on an electric bike is enclosed in some sort of casing, whether it be the battery, the motor, things like that. Now, would I recommend taking your e-bike out for a jaunt in the rain if you had a choice? No. However, like I said, if you've got a good bike, all the wires, the battery, the motor, everything is enclosed into something that will cover anything major. So you won't need to worry about it getting wet or sparking. Now, with that said, there are a few points on electric bikes where there's wires connected. Generally, it's in the front of the bike, in front of the handlebars, and typically that gets wrapped. But there are some connector points. Now, my one fear would be some of those connectors, if you're out in a downpour, water could potentially get in there. So the answer is, can you ride an e-bike in the rain? Yes. Do I recommend it? No, I do not. If you do think you're going to be out in the rain a lot on your e-bike, I would definitely recommend taking your waterproofing of your e-bike to another level. What do I mean by this? Well, as an example, 630 bikes come with some wrapping around the front cables. Now, the cables themselves are already enclosed in a rubber casing, so we're not worried about the wires. What I'm worried about is there's connection points that are wrapped, and that's not waterproof. That's not super airtight. I would say generally water won't get in there because they're connected, so they're not loose, but a drip of water could seep in. So I would recommend wrapping that with some extra, either you could do tape, but that's not going to be very beautiful. You could find something else like a waterproof fabric, or maybe a black sort of fabric tape that might look a little bit better. If you really want to get extra waterproof insulation, you could also wrap it in an insulation and then maybe tape over it with fabric. I would say the same for some of the wires coming out the back by the battery, to do that. The motor in particular should be fine. It's enclosed in there, and the battery itself should be fine. Now make sure, if you are out in the rain, the charging point for the battery has the plug in it. Most batteries will have something that will plug into where the charger should go, just to keep it covered while you're not charging. Make sure that's in if you're out in the rain. And then the other thing is, if after you get home from riding in the rain, just take a once over, wipe things down, make sure there's no moisture sitting. You just don't want that moisture sitting anywhere around the electronics of the bike. But again, you shouldn't have a problem, and they can go out in the rain. But like I said, if you live in a particularly wet or rainy area, Seattle is an example, I would recommend waterproofing your bike to the next level. And if you have a local bike shop in the area, maybe they could help you do something like that, just to ensure you're going to protect the investment of your bike, because we all know electric bikes are not very inexpensive. So if you have any other questions or suggestions on this topic, I'd love to hear them. Comment below. Also, reach out to us, 310-982-2877, or shoot us an email, theteam@sixthreezero.com. And if you're in the market for an e-bike, take our body fit quiz on our website. You'll answer some questions about your life and your body, and our proprietary algorithm will recommend the e-bike perfect for you. Also, another plus, we have a 365-day return policy. So at any point within 365 days, if you don't love your bike, send it back, no questions asked, no money out of your pocket. Thanks for sticking with us today, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride.